Hi, Michael Buffer here, and let's get ready for FM Boxing Media.
This is Frankie Morgan here from FM Boxing Media, brought to you by the High Protein Company. And today it's brought to you by Mustard Brickwork as well. The main man's in the building behind us, but the main man over the last 2 to 3 weeks, Dimeji, went out, absolutely smashed it in the Commonwealth Games, come home with a silver medal. Arguably should have been another colour, but we've all had that discussion. We've seen it all over Instagram. But how proud are you to walk home with that silver medal?
Super proud. It's a great achievement. I'm so happy that I went out there, boxed, put on some good performances, and came home with a medal. And it's a very good, it's a show of good pedigree, you know. Commonwealth silver medal, and I'm over the moon.
Yeah, all you got the whole way through from the commentators was praise. Every single fight there was praise after. I actually put a clip on after the main event. I'm sure you see it, where the commentator said they couldn't believe the result of that last fight. But the one thing you've done is took it in a very humble way, and you've said, if I lost, I lost. I feel I deserve to win, but if I lost, I lost. And how good is it, the people coming to you afterwards saying the way that you've took that is, well, probably the best way that you could have possibly took it, because you either have to do a Mick Conlon and go mental, or you can take it very humbly, can't you?
Yeah, like, I've always humble in victory, humble in defeat. You know, if I was to just complain and moan about the decision, like I'll just sound like everyone else complaining and moaning about decisions. You just gotta just take it for what it is. Always look back, because at the end of the day, regardless of what people thought, what the decision was like, you can always go out there and do better, and there's always things to learn from. But all throughout a whole week, it's just been good. Even just coming out of the ring, doing the interviews and stuff like that, it's been a buzz.
Do you know what, it's mad, because it's the first time I've actually met you down the gym today, but there was 2 times you nearly ended my relationship, because I was sat in the cinema watching one of your fights, and my missus is going, get off your phone, and then the next fight was the final, and we're sat in a nice restaurant having dinner, and I'm watching your fight again, and she's going, get off your phone, and I said, listen, this is the only fights of the night I'm watching. I watched Isaac earlier, but I said, I've got to watch this fight, but I'm happy I watched every one of them.
Sorry about that. Oh, man, thanks for that, man. Yeah, it was good, like, especially with how it was broadcasted on TNT Sport, HBO Max. You had a lot of eyeballs on it, a lot of friends, family members, and just people just around the local area who would come to me, I watched your fight, and it's quite good. It's amazing.
Yeah, because with amateur boxing, you don't get to watch it unless you're in the venue. You don't really get to see it. You'll see the odd clip on TikTok here and there, but how good is it to have people that maybe couldn't make it up to Scotland actually be able to message you and say how well you've done, and actually you've watched the fight instead of just saying it, guessing that you've done well?
Yeah, it means the world. It's so good. People, like we said before, people can tune in, watch, and even though they can't make it up to the venue, everyone's watching at home. Everyone's sending the messages of support before and after the bout, so it's amazing.
Yeah, obviously being from the same sort of area as you, all I see on my Instagram was Isaac Oka, Dimeji. Everyone's sharing both of your stories, and everyone was tuning in. And I think the whole area come together when it comes to boxing, and they're all thinking this Commonwealth Games, we need our boys from the local area to do as well as possible. And how much did you feel that support from everyone around here?
Oh, I felt it. I felt it so much. Even people I don't really speak to on a day-to-day, they would message me out of the blue. And people who I wouldn't even think would be watching message me. It's crazy. Like, honestly, it's mad. Like, I was so like shocked. Oh, my days. Oh, they're watching. Oh, wow. Like, it's crazy. Even like one of my school teachers, like from back when I was in secondary school, messaged and said, "Oh, well done, congratulations." And yeah, it's crazy, man.
Yeah, from the first fight all the way to the final, you looked comfortable in a lot of them fights, and maybe too comfortable in some of them fights. It was like every now and then you needed to take a little dig and then back. Dimeji's back. He's back on that jab. He's moving away. But how comes with you it's like you've got to get that little dig back, and then all of a sudden you become 10 times the fighter than the 10 seconds before? But is that just a mentality thing, or is it just something where you just need that little switch on sometimes?
I would say I'll just need that little switch on sometimes, because sometimes like you can get into the habit of, I'm just going to coast, jab, move. Then you get hit with a good and you're like, all right, let's go now. We're in a fight, wake up. I've got to snap that jab, I've got to move left, right. What, you know what I mean? So I feel like sometimes I do need that little like hit, just be like, okay, wake up now, let's go. Yeah.
For your weight class, you are very tall, very rangy as well. How much does that benefit you in an amateur system? Because as a pro, a lot of pros, you can do all different things. You can get inside, you can rough them up. But in the amateurs, you're not really allowed to grab hold of each other. So having them long, rangy movements, how much better is that for you being an amateur?
Yeah, it's good because it's like everyone, what people say is just he's long, he's tall, use your jab, create the distance between you and your opponent, and that's what I do. But in the amateurs, even in amateurs, anything can happen. So you've got to just know how to do it all around the board. But mainly just keeping it long, boxing, using my reach, my advantages. That's mainly the plan.
Yeah, and we're sat down 5-star amateur boxing gym at the moment, which is rich in history. They've had the likes of Hamza Shiraz down here. They've had many great champions over the years, but you've now added yourself into that list of getting the silver medal. But going to the Olympics is obviously a dream of yours. How good would it be to bring a tiny bit more history to this gym and get a gold medal and say, I've done it. I'm from 5-star. I've won a gold medal.
It's amazing. It would be over the moon. Like it would be such a good thing. Someone coming from this club, from this area, going out there, like bringing back an Olympic medal or world medal, Commonwealth medal, whichever medal, bringing it back and just letting people know in the local area, letting the little ones know in the club that, listen, I'm no different from you. We all train the same. If you just put in that extra bit of work, you can achieve what I've done and even further. So, yeah, it'll be a great thing.
Yeah, because what people don't realise is clubs like 5-star, Will Jones actually said it in an interview the other day, but clubs like 5-star completely change the area. You can have people that don't have the right path in life, that don't know what they're doing, but all of a sudden they could see you win a Commonwealths and they can say, he boxes down the road, I'm going to go give that a go. And then their life can completely change. How good is it to still have these gyms up and running and keeping kids off the streets?
Yeah, gyms like 5-star and gyms all over the country, they do the world for kids who are just, hanging about the streets. They give them a sense of discipline, give them a sense of achievement in the way that they can come down here, train, start bouting, winning tournaments, even traveling the world, traveling the country and stuff like this. It really does change lives and give kids opportunities.
Yeah, and obviously you are going to have promoters knocking on your door, telling you turn over now. But I know in your head your dream is to go to the Olympics. But when you've got people that are saying, Dimeji, you could turn pro, you could do well as a pro, you could have all these promoters knocking on your door, do you sometimes think, could do with earning a bit of money, I could do with turning pro and do with selling a few tickets and getting my name out there that tiny bit more in the pro ranks?
But the thing is, it's like, the way I see it is, you can always turn pro. In this day and age, anyone can turn pro, but not many people can say they've been to the Olympics, or not many people can say they've medaled at the Olympics. Because I feel like the Olympics is the pinnacle of sport. Rather, you box, you do 100 meters, you swim. That's like the best of the best athletes. That's what they all are. And before I would like to make that pro journey, I would like to test myself in the Olympics, just so I know that I've mixed it with the best of the best athletes. I'm a top athlete and ready.
Yeah, one question I do like to ask top level amateurs as well, if you could say now, before it happens, winning that gold medal or winning that world title as a pro. Now, a lot of people say the gold medal is the dream, but if you could say now, what one do you think will be the moment where you feel like you've made it more?
Wow, this is a tough question. Because it's like, there's two sides of the coin. There's like, Olympic medal, not many people can say they've won an Olympic medal. World title is a great achievement, but a lot of people can say they've won a world title because there's always like, but he had an easy route to a world title, or in like winning an Olympic gold medal, there's no easy route to winning an Olympic gold medal. But world title is like, it's a world title. You see the WBC belts, the IBF belts, and obviously it does come with money and stuff like that. So I couldn't answer honestly. I have to sit on the fence.
Yeah, I think you might have to try and do both. You might have to be one of the very few that have done it in Britain. I think there's only 3 or 4 that have won a gold medal and won a world title. But could you see your name there in the future as maybe the next one to win a gold and a world title?
I hope so. Just gonna keep working towards it and stay positive, stay optimistic, and yeah, man.
Yeah, I know you've got another tournament coming up very soon. I think you said September sort of time you're at. But when you've got a tournament like that coming up, it's not going to be as widely broadcasted as the Commonwealths, but if there's a message to anyone to still watch, still support, still follow the journey, what would your message be going into that tournament?
Our message will be, firstly, thank you all for tuning in and supporting over the Commonwealth Games. It means, honestly, it means the world, and I'm so grateful and appreciative of it. And, you know, you've got me on Instagram, you've got me on the socials, just stay tuned. I'm always going to keep it updated and let people know what's going on, and stay behind me, support the journey, and yeah.
Yeah, and when I say you've had a lot of sparring with Special K, people would probably think Kell Brook, but Special K's actually sat over there at the moment, and you said without him you wouldn't have won any medal at the Commonwealth, would you?
Without him, I wouldn't have won any medal. I wouldn't have won anything. I'm telling you, jump in.
Now, Dan here is, Joe, I'll give him his credit as well. He is one of the best sponsors for everyone in the game.
Listen, I'm going to say, you've heard it here first, right? If it weren't for the rounds I've done with this man, none of this would have been possible.
That's very kind, yeah.
He taught me all the tricks of the trade.
That's very kind.
You know what I mean?
Top man, I wish you both all the best, boys. Wicked boys.
Yeah, how good is it to have someone that helps you with coaching, Dan and Jimmy, sponsors you, he believes in your journey the whole way throughout from the amateurs, and I'm sure, obviously, I don't want to make him pull out of his pockets if he don't want to, but I'm sure he's going to follow you all the way through the pro ranks as well.
Yeah, it means the world having his help, having his support. Not only is he like a good sponsor, and he's just a good person in general, just a great guy, and always show my support. And if we come down here every Saturday, you train, and we always just talk about the boxing, and yeah, it's so good, man.
Yeah, and if there's anyone that is new to Dimeji or hasn't seen Dimeji before, if you was to send one final message to get some people on board for the rest of your career, what would your final message be to everyone?
My final message would be, stay along for the journey. It's a great one, it's a special one, and you'll be entertained.
One final thing, let's see the medal. Let's have a little look at the medal.
So here it is, Commonwealth silver medal. It's in like this box, and then here it is. So yeah, man.
Not many people can say they've even seen one of them, let alone won one of them.
Yeah, it's just so grateful to have went out there, put in the performances, and come back with a silver medal. And yeah, very grateful.
Dimeji, thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you soon.
No worries. Take care.
Cheers, mate.